Jalen Slaughter's 387 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes helped guided the Massillon Tigers past the NFL Academy by the score of 35-20 in the 3rd annual Nike High School Kickoff Classic. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. To everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. Congratulations to the Massillon Tigers chalking up their first victory of the season, their opener to start off their defending 2024 Division II championship from a year ago. And, bottom line, like I mentioned, what a night for senior quarterback Jalen Slaughter. Played a world of a game. He truly did. Managed that offense very well. Great signal caller for Coach Nate Moore. And what I liked most was the way the Tigers jumped out very early in this matchup. Now, the Tigers were up 14-0 right out of the gate. And I liked Coach Nate Moore's philosophy of wanting to get that very good Massillon Tigers rushing attack established versus the NFL Academy team early and often. And he did just that. I thought that the play calling was phenomenal by the offensive coordinator, and I really liked how they ended up getting very strong featured running back Jameer Gamble, getting him in this game early and often, which led to 2 Gamble rushing touchdowns. Now, this was a very interesting game for me. So, for me, I'm very humble when it comes to my sports show. And what I'm getting at is this. I did not give enough respect to this NFL Academy team. This was a very good football team. Hands down, my friends. And this was a team with some very good athletes and good coaching staff. So when Massillon went up 14-0, I'm thinking, okay, just what I predicted. This is going to be a runaway. Not the case. NFL Academy came back with 2 quick strikes to tie the game at 14. Massillon Tigers went up right before half on a touchdown, extra point good. So the Tigers go into the locker room, intermission, leading 21-14. Now, just like everybody out there, we knew that Massillon was in for a dogfight, without a doubt. Now, what I really like about Coach Nate Moore, and great coaches know how to go into the locker room and adjust and come out with a different scheme. And that's exactly what Coach Nate Moore did. So, Coach Nate Moore knew he needed to make proper adjustments. He did just that. Second half, the Massillon Tigers defense, just like last year, strong, physical, only held the NFL Academy team to just 6 points in the second half. Massillon scored 14 points in the second half to go on, once again, to win this game 35-20. Now, when you stop and look, what I love about Massillon is that they just don't have 1 or 2 superstars in this team, okay? They have a team of superstars. And this is what I'm coming from. So I mentioned the 2 rushing touchdowns by Jameer Gamble. He ran very hard. He did a nice job getting that offense going. I mentioned about Jalen Slaughter's 387 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes. Let's not forget wide receivers. Jaquez Carter. What a game this young man had. He caught 2 touchdown passes. And let's not forget All-State Braylon Tolles caught that 44-yard touchdown scamper down the sidelines for a Massillon touchdown to give that momentum back to the Tigers. Like I said, my friends, this overall was a nice win for Coach Nate Moore and the Massillon Tigers. Stop and look at this. NFL Academy, they were big, They were strong. They were physical. So for me, this was a good win for the Tigers. I'm sure everyone knows out there that the Tigers now have a 17-game win streak under their belt. But when you would have to talk to Coach Nate Moore, okay? Nate Moore is a great coach, a phenomenal job. I think with this game last night, he has won his career 100th career victory for the Massillon Tigers as their head coach. Nate Moore would definitely agree that this was not a perfectly game played by the Massillon Tigers, okay? And I think a lot of people out there would agree. You know, they committed 17 penalties for 153 yards. My friends, heck, take half of these penalties away, Massillon might have had 2 more touchdowns. But, you know, bottom line, penalties are drive killers, okay? Bottom line. And there were many times that Massillon was driving, but a holding penalty knocks them back. A personal foul penalty, 15 yards, knocks them back. So, like I said, you know, if you're Coach Nate Moore, you know week 2, you got to, you know, get the cobwebs cleared out. And you got to remember, you know, this was Massillon's first game of the year. On the other hand, for the NFL Academy team, this was their second game. They got it on, I believe, against a very good Florida team, Edgewater, I believe they were named. And Edgewater beat NFL Academy last week by the score of 51-45. So what a no-biter in that game. That was a thriller of a game. So my friends, bottom line, we are talking about an NFL Academy team that has a very potent offense. So for the Tigers defense to stymie them in the second half and only hold the NFL Academy to just 6 points really jumped out at me. And once again, you know, Coach Nate Moore, a great coach. Second half adjustments was the key to this game. And I'm going to tell you another key. Now, I know Nate Moore was very pleased with his defense, and well, he should. We are talking about, I believe, late in the third quarter that the NFL Academy team was driving. Junior defensive back Lennox Lemon picked off a pass in Massillon's own territory, and really from that on in, that stopped any momentum that the NFL Academy had from the rest of the game on. And, you know, at the time, NFL Academy was driving. The score was 28-20. This is anyone's game, my friends. This is a one-possession game. And for defensive back Lennox Lemon to come up with that pick, that really turned the game around. So I know for a fact Coach Moore was very pleased with his defense and special teams. I believe Massillon had a blocked punt in this game that led to a touchdown. So all in all, week 2, if you know Coach Nate Moore, he will clean up the many mistakes. You know, you don't like to see 17 penalties for 153 yards, nor do you like to see one of your players get ejected from this game, which one of the Massillon Tigers players did. I don't know the whole format and what had happened. But, you know, as a head coach, you don't like to hear stuff like that. So, without a doubt, Coach Moore will definitely get week 2 ready to go and cleaned up. But nonetheless, this was a nice victory for the Massillon Tigers. Once again, 17-game win streak. Last year was a perfect 16-0. They start off 2024 with a W. Always an important thing to do when you come off of a championship season from a year ago. So, all in all, it was a good victory. Played against a very good, athletic NFL Academy team. Very well coached, very athletic. So, all in all, it was a good W for the Massillon Tigers. And a shout out to Jalen Slaughter, who just made the Massillon Tigers record books as the 3rd highest passing yards in a single game. That's right, my friends. 387 yards passing. against the NFL Academy. You know, my friends, I stop and look at this. This Jalen Slaughter, he is a senior. Last year, let's be honest, he took the back seat to a phenomenal quarterback that graduated from a year ago, DeJuan Owens. Now, we all know DeJuan Owens was the starting QB the whole year. And for me, this is a true definition of a true teammate. And I'm talking about Jalen Slaughter. You know, Slaughter started for the Massillon Tigers as a freshman a few games. And from there on in, started as a sophomore. So if you're Jalen Slaughter last year, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to definitely start as a junior. Not the case. They went with DeJuan Owens. But for Slaughter to continue to be that very, very good teammate, you know, he could have gotten a very bad attitude when it came to, hey, I'm not starting. What's going on here? He chose the better road. And that was to have a great attitude and to do whatever he needed to do to help out his Massillon Tigers team last year to a perfect 16-0 season. He let his light shine, and I really admire Coach Nate Moore for starting him against the NFL Academy, and look what he did. 387 yards, 3 touchdown passes. You know, bottom line, when they say hard work and a good attitude pays off, they are spot on. So, once again, my hat's off to senior quarterback Jalen Slaughter in the Massillon Tigers record books for the 3rd highest passing yards in a single game, 387. My friends, to all tuning in today, to all my subscribers out there, I thank you all. If you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Always free to do so. All my Massillon Tigers friends out there, if you like this video, which I hope you do, please click on the like button. And like always, please comment down below. I love to get back with all my subscribers that comment, and I love to get back to all the comments and reply back. So, my friends, once again, Massillon Tigers passes their way past the NFL Academy 35-20 to start out the 2024 high school season campaign 1-0. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless. That's all Buckeye Vinny has for today. Until next time, week 2, Massillon will take on Glen Oak, I believe, at Glen Oak. Be expecting a video for that one. Peace out. God bless. Buckeye Vinny's out of here.